Welcome to today's Explainer. We are going on an absolutely incredible journey right now. We're going to start by zooming way out to the awe-inspiring, frankly unimaginably massive scale of the universe. And then we're going to zoom all the way back in, right down to the specific, purposeful creation of humanity. We'll be exploring a really fascinating theological origin story detailed in our source text, looking at how it totally bridges the macrocosmos with our micro-human experience. So, let's get right into it.
Think about this for a second. If the universe is a vast, hostile ocean, how did we end up on its only habitable island? I mean, it's basically the ultimate existential question, isn't it? As someone who loves structured discovery, I just find it endlessly fascinating to see how different frameworks answer this. So today, we're going to unpack exactly how our source text explains this massive cosmic anomaly.
Okay, let's dive into this. The source we're examining today actually grounds its explanation in the Quran, presenting this really fascinating origin story of existence. It describes a primordial state where the heavens and the earth were just completely fused and joined together. According to the text, God then split the sky apart, separating these elements over a period of 6 days. And crucially, once the sky was split, rainfall began, and literally every living thing was brought forth from water, making the earth finally fit for life. Now, to understand this primordial universe, the text introduces a really profound concept, the Kursi. In this era before the cosmos as we know it, the source states that God's throne of sovereignty rested upon water, which was basically the only element making up all of existence at that time. But this isn't described as a physical chair. Rather, the text explains that the divine being filled the heavens and the earth with his presence, taking charge of governing them within this divine order. And preserving this vast new creation, the text explicitly notes that it is absolutely no burden to him at all.
Section 2. The vast ocean, the unimaginable scale of the cosmos.
To really grasp the significance of human creation in this framework, the text asks us to first picture the sheer, terrifying scale of space, literally comparing all of existence to a vast, boundless ocean. And let's look at just how massive this ocean really is. Take the number 100,000. That is how many light-years across our own Milky Way galaxy is. The text points out that if you look up on a clear night, you just see it as this milky-colored band of light. But scientists tell us it's actually a massive, lens-shaped disk. It's spinning around a central axis so slowly and yet so fast that it actually takes 220 million years just to complete a single rotation.
And the crazy thing is, the Milky Way is just a drop in that ocean. Our solar system is sitting on just one tiny spiral arm of our galaxy. Moving beyond that, astronomy shows us thousands of millions of other galaxies moving away from us at astonishing speeds. Our closest neighbor, Andromeda, is 2 million light-years away. The Great Bear is 8 million light-years away. And beyond that, just countless cloudy patches the text refers to as island universes or extragalactic clouds. The sheer scale is honestly enough to leave the human mind in absolute awe.
Section 3. The Hostile Neighbors, a tour of our solar system.
Let's zoom back into our own tiny neighborhood for a second, a solar system of 9 planets orbiting a central sun. When you look at the sheer scale of the cosmos, it naturally prompts a question, right? Is Earth the only place capable of sustaining life? Well, it gets pretty chaotic out there. Take Venus. It keeps the exact same side facing the sun all the time, so one side is 90 degrees above freezing, while the dark side plunges to 20 below zero. And Mars? Despite those early 20th century theories, the text notes it's just a completely barren desert. It climbs just above freezing during the day, but drops to 70 below zero at night. It has virtually no air, no water, and incredibly weak gravity. It's completely hostile to life.
Now, what's truly terrifying is the sheer size of the gas giants. Jupiter is 1,300 times the volume of Earth. It is literally larger than everything else in the solar system combined. But it sits 484 million miles from the sun and is essentially a giant swirling mass of gas sitting at a freezing negative 130 degrees. And Saturn? It's nearly 900 million miles away, takes almost 30 years to orbit the sun, and is just covered in shifting molten material. Totally unlivable. And as we reach the outer extremes, the hostility just amplifies. Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, billions of miles away. Complete absence of air and water. I mean, think about this. Can life exist on a planet where a single winter lasts between 42 and 123 Earth years? Or where a single day lasts only 5 hours? The resounding answer from the source text is no. Everywhere else in our system is entirely hostile. Section 4. The Earthly Anomaly, a world built with precision.
Let's just slow down and ground ourselves here for a second. Think about driving a car at 100 miles an hour. That feels incredibly fast to us, right? Yet the Earth we are sitting on right now is spinning on its axis at a much greater speed than that, while racing around the sun faster still. And yet, we don't feel a thing. It is a masterpiece of precision. The text breaks down this precision beautifully. Step 1. Distance. We're exactly 93 million miles from the sun. Any closer, scorching heat. Any further, freezing cold. Step 2. The tilt. Earth is tilted at just over 20 degrees. That specific mathematical angle is exactly what gives us changing seasons, allowing for farming and agriculture. Step 3. Rotation. Our 24-hour day and 365-day orbit provide the perfect rhythm. This balance is incredibly deliberate.
So the absolutely crucial point is this. Among all the planets of the solar system, only Earth combines this precise distance, this axial tilt, and this rotational rhythm in a way that makes life possible at all. Out of the entire immense ocean of the cosmos, this incredibly extreme statistical improbability is our home.
Section 5. The purpose of humanity. Why was this balance created?
Now, this is where our source transitions from astronomy into theology and philosophy. Looking at this perfectly balanced stage, we have to ask the ultimate question: why? Why does this extreme statistical anomaly exist in the first place? The text uses a beautiful rhythmic question and answer sequence to explain this. Why was the Earth given exactly these conditions? The answer the text provides is simple but profound: so that life could arise upon it. The stage was perfectly set specifically for life. The sequence continues. To whom does this unique life actually belong? The text answers, to the one whom God willed to make his vicegerent. A vicegerent is a representative, an inheritor, a steward placed in charge. Out of all the vast, terrifying emptiness of space, this specific life was cultivated for a designated steward.
Who is this steward? Well, the human being. According to the text, the first human was Adam. What's super fascinating here is the linguistic connection. The word Adam is connected to Adamah, which refers to the reddish-brown color of soil or clay. The source explains that out of all the planets, only Earth was cooled and settled, which allowed the human being to be created directly from its very soil, its very clay.
Now, the text makes a vital clarification. It notes that human beings were not the first things created. Plants, animals, and cosmic bodies came way before us, but we received a unique gift: reason, a discerning heart, and the capacity to think, distinguish, and actually comprehend the Creator's majesty. It's this exact gift of intellect that sets the human being apart from absolutely everything else in that vast cosmic ocean we just explored.
Which brings us to our final takeaway, and honestly, a truly provocative thought to leave you with. The universe was given absolute, staggering mathematical order, but out of all that vastness, only you were given the intellect to comprehend it. The macro universe and your micromind were built for each other. So the question the source ultimately leaves us with is, how will you use it? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I really hope this deep dive has sparked your curiosity as much as it did mine. Keep wondering, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next one.